Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, and you might as well get used to the sound you're hearing. The Seminole war chant is going full throat. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Florida State Seminoles. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Seminoles will kick it away to start us off. Oh, he's going to go for the return. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up, and you watch the way they run their offense. Usually, it starts with the physicality in the ground game.
Trying to find his man on first down. Got his man on the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And the big fella really had nowhere to go. You're trying to catch people off guard by throwing it to him. He was a little bit open, but, man, that closed fast, and he had nowhere to go. No gain on the play.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Buys a little time. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that is an all-too-familiar sight. Listen, this team won last week, but they gave up 4 sacks. They got to protect this young man early in this game. Don't set the tone, and let's not go back to last week.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He'll try to do it himself. Oh, it's loose. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you, because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
The Tigers are on the move. He wants to throw. Quick strike complete. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
It's a really nice play there. The thing about this guy, he forces the defense to have to stay disciplined. You just can't take a play on. He reminds me of an old LSU quarterback that I used to play against, Herb Tyler. He was a guy that could hurt you throwing the ball, but he was also shifty and he could extend plays. We had a great defense at Florida, full of NFL dudes, but he just never let you feel comfortable because of his athleticism and his dynamic ability. This guy has a little bit of that too.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. He's going to pass. Right down the middle. Oh, picked off. bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
A first down for the offense. Wide out in motion. They'll go to the ground. And it's loose. The defense snatches it, and they're going the other way. And they were channeling their inner Mike the Tiger. Don't you think Mike could get a big paw in there to swat that thing free the way the Bayou Bengals do?
Yeah, and when you're the secondary and you're flying up, great job understanding. The guy's already kind of slowing down a little bit, but where do I put my head? I put my head on the football, get my hand on the football. Those guys, those DBs from LSU really understanding that flying up, making the big play.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes. And you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
He's looking to throw on third and short. Fires one high and deep. And he's got it inside the 10. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
LSU 7, Florida State 0.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. The give from the gun. Fighting off the defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. Looking to pass. It's Slater. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Man, that is one this QB is going to wish he had back. That receiver was so wide open. There was nobody even near him, and the quarterback somehow overthrew him.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And, David, how they would love to to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Now on first down from the 43. They'll try the run. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, and the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
Got his man quickly. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
LSU looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And the defense was locked in. You can tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Ball's at the 22. 3rd and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? To the ground to try to pick up the first. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a 4th down stop. They'll try it on the ground. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
I'm not a huge analytics guy, but on 4th and 1, if you're going to get pushed like that from your O-line, I say go for it every time.
And the Tigers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. They want to throw it. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
What a throw by the QB. You think about it, you don't have much space near the sideline, and he put that thing right on the outside of the sideline where his receiver could go make a play. Not only does he make the play, I'm pretty sure he got a foot in bounds, and that's a great touchdown catch. What a playmaker.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, LSU 14, Florida State 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to throw. It's Slater. Buys a little extra time. They get to him as he throws. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warrick and Lavernius Coles. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense, and he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Oh, that is a rope for the completion in this offense. I'll tell you, think about great Seminole quarterbacks, the 3 W's, Wenke, Winston, Ward. Dudes that could change the game, Heisman Trophy winners. Every defensive coordinator was scared every time they had to play the Seminoles because of that vaunted passing attack. And this guy, I think he has D coordinators seeing a ghost because this guy can play at a high level.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They'll put the tight end in motion. Leaves it with the back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Second and short equals bow up, be physical, move a hole, get a gap, let my back fall forward. That back had nowhere to run, no push up front. Got to be more physical, Jesse, on those second down and short situations.
So for that point, David, I think you got to stick with it if you're on offense. As a staff, challenge your guys to get some push up front. You've recruited this position really well. You need these guys to move some bodies because you've got a talented guy in the backfield that can hurt this defense if you just give him a crease.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches, Dan.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical. We work on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
If you don't convert on this 4th down, there will be questions about passing on the field goal try. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going to take off. He saw just enough daylight to move the sticks and get it done with his legs.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at 2nd down. Off play action. He's got his man. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little water bugs, man. You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. They make the stop, but he knew exactly how much he needed and where he needed to get for that first down.
These QBs that can scramble and buy time, you just got to have a lot of energy. I mean, you got to keep chasing, keep chasing. Sometimes you run upfield, you got to retrace your steps. QB won that battle, and now you got another chance, 1st and goal. Get your mind right. Let's hold him to a field goal.
A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know it, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Using the quick game. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
It's complete to the left. Tripped up for the tackle.
Tackle at the 1-yard line. It's now 4th and goal.
No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. So the offense will try to punch it in here on 4th and goal from the 1. Back to throw, it's Slater. It's incomplete, a 4th down stop, and the turnover on downs.
That just could not have gone any worse for the offense, guys. Not only are you dropping the ball on 4th down, you dropped a touchdown. That should be 6 on the board. You need players to step up and make plays in those types of situations. That's the kind of play that could lose you this game.
He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a 1st down for this offense. He's now up to 52 yards on the ground, and what a season he's having. It's almost certainly going to be a 1,000-yard campaign. From their own 18-yard line, it's 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to get to him. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing it. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Gets away. Finds his man. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. The give to the back. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down. LSU quick to the line. They'll throw it on 1st down. Release to the back. Looking toward the sideline, and a nice job to keep his feet in bounds.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
The Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. They'll immediately call timeout. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost the race.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
That makes the score LSU 21, Florida State 0.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
1st and 10.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. The running back has it. Crosses the 30, he's got away. They make the stop, and that is the end of the 1st half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Florida State 0.
LSU will put foot to leather to start the 2nd half. Here he comes with the return. And the returner will be knocked down.
14, and Florida State Seminoles will take over 1st and 10.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the 2nd half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the 2nd half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the 1st half. It starts with one play. Get our confidence going. We just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Now on 1st down from the 28. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
They'll line up for a second down play. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking downfield, it's Slater. Got it set up on the outside. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Nothing too surprising about seeing the Seminoles being productive in the passing game.
Man, we can think back, Reese, to so many great offenses for Florida State, whether it's Charlie Ward or Chris Winkie, whoever it is, the trigger man being really, really good is the start of a great Florida State team.
Going up top on first down. That one comes out hot down the right side. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Florida State.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You could see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Washington is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Warren Moon, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Auburn. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Makes the grab on the shuffle. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Great play by the cornerback. In this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over him. Nice job.
They go to the ground. Knocked down for the tackle.
I love this because you got second and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get third and manageable. Nice job getting the run. Not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on third down.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the official spot. Have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This is a real chance to sort of settle things down, maybe generate a little momentum if you can put together a touchdown drive here.
Oh, it'd be a great opportunity to make a statement and get back in this thing. I mean, it hasn't gone your way early, but I feel like you're creating some momentum here. And a score, Jesse, a score makes this a fun ball game.
It would be huge, but it's on the offense. They have to look at each other right now in this huddle on the field and go, look, guys, it's on us to march this ball down the field, score some points, and bring some energy now to our sideline.
Finds a crease at the 20. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Pulled down after a gain of 5. It's at the 9-yard line.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for you.
Now he's looking to throw it. Makes his connection. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
Looking downfield, it's Slater. Makes the grab. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, no! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Just about set to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. After giving up that last touchdown, they've still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. He has 89 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Right back to the well. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
On the option. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the 1st down.
Pound it, pound it, pound it. I might not have that pretty run-pass ratio of 50-50, but if I can run the football like this consistently, if you're not going to do anything about it, you want to be a great offensive coordinator, keep calling the run.
The give to the single back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Got his man on the outside. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, LSU 21, Florida State 14.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. Great job in the base defense making a play.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. Fourth down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
Running back searching for a hole. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. He wants to throw. It's complete.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late. They're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Pressure coming. He's got it. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to this point.
Deep shot for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
And, man, I tell you what, I just love his instincts. You can tell when the ball's being passed, he sees it, and he breaks on the football. That's why he's in the top 10 in interceptions this season. Just such a great feel in the passing game, and you got to be careful when you attack him.
And here comes the offense on second down. To the air, it's Slater. A shot toward the end zone, and they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
You know, I feel for this offense. If they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. And that pass is intercepted.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Movement here from the tight end. They'll give it to the back. Powers through the defender. Still running at the 40. Running toward the tape. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous. If he gets into the second level, great vision, and then David, he shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack in the 20.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Might be looking to run. Fires to the wideout. Working on the right.
You know, at this point of the game, guys, trailing the way they are late in the game, check down throws are not going to get it done. You have got to be more aggressive in the passing game. You're going to have to just start taking shots.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking for a man. It's Slater. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. At the 35, he's got room. He's loose. Touchdown Seminoles. And here they come. Almost all the way back. Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Kansas is comfortably ahead on the scoreboard right now. Frankly, the kind of lead we're used to seeing inside Fog Allen Fieldhouse with the Jayhawks. They're up by 17 over Hawaii. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football. trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Hines is way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants to go deep. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
We talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, 1st down.
He'll pull it down and run. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State.
He doesn't need anything to be open. He just makes it happen himself. Hey, I'm going to call a pass. I want to throw the ball down the field. Oh, it's not open? Okay, I'm just going to pull it down, make it happen, take it to the house. What a scramble by the quarterback.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Paul, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Dances away. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ballgame.
Man, these are killers, right? Late in the game, in the 4th quarter, you're getting to the quarterback, but he does such a great job scrambling around. When you do this, you get extra 1st downs. You start to wear those defensive linemen out. So late in the game, this could pay off. Great job getting the 1st down.
Just going to keep it after the snap. Kept it, and he's past the mark. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
If your defensive line cannot take on double teams, it allows linemen to get up into the laps of linebackers, and that's happening far too often right now, which is why this defense is struggling stopping the run.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
And there are certain guys that I want to make sure I hone in on, and I do not give them the football in space. And this running back is one of those guys. Really good job by the defense, keeping their eyes on their keys and not letting him sneak out and get any kind of space. As soon as he touched it, he was on the ground.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
They'll give it to him again. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This crowd knows when to bring it. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Caught. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on fourth down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Tie game here late in the fourth. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he makes the grab, but can't get the foot down in the field of play. Almost had 6 there. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive sphere flaming. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do. So tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, trying to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
Coming after him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They move the tight end all over. They want to run this quarterback. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left. It'll be third and short from their own 33. Dropping back, it's Slater. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be fourth down. The Seminoles send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. offense set on first down. He's going to pass. Unleashes it. Got his man. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Comes out throwing on first down. A shot toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and the clock strikes 0, and we are headed to overtime. We'll get it started here in overtime. To the ground with the back. They stop him right on the edge of the red zone and pick up a 5 to the 20.
And that's a good, solid run there, Reese. And if you want to win in overtime, running the football is a good idea.
Showing that you're the more physical team in overtime can really be a breaking of their will. They'll leave it with him. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. He now has 85 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. The Seminoles will try it first here in overtime. Looking to move it through the air. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Here's the handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride in stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. On third down, going up top. Touchdown, no! And they score first here in overtime. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Oh, and it's intercepted. A turnover in overtime.